Three big flags that a man or a woman should look out for when they're entering a new dating relationship. Let me play this clip.
Are the big three big flags that a man or a woman should look out for when they're entering a new dating relationship?
Competition or cooperation. And what I mean by that is when you have a partner that values your well-being and wants to see you feel less anxious, wants to see you feel happy, wants you to feel connected, they are cooperative. So when you say things like, "Oh, babe, I haven't heard from you all day," they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I completely forgot. I'll call you in 5 minutes. Give me 10 minutes, I'll call you." But other times you'll have a partner where you say, "Oh, I haven't heard from you. Stop trying to control me. You're always taking over. You're so needy." It's stuff like that. Is it competition or is it cooperation? When you voice a concern, do they actually want to see that the relationship get better and your well-being matters? Or are they so stuck on their autonomy and independence and not being controlled by you that they reject and neglect their responsibilities towards you? It's those partners that are in competition with each other who can hurt who the most, or who can stay the most disconnected, who can stay the most independent. Why are you together? I don't understand those relationships. It's torture. It's real torture. So it's like, oh, I'm liking extra pictures. She told me not to like pictures. Now I'm going to do 10 times more. Oh, he told me not to post bikini pictures. Now I'm going to post 10 times more. Why are you together if you're going to hurt each other? Because hurting them should be hurting you if you're in a healthy relationship.
All right, let me go ahead and go to Luis. I know you've been quiet and get Trev in there. What are your thoughts about that?
Man, she said it perfectly right at the end. The key component, if you're in a healthy relationship, all the things that she highlighted are all indications of them two not being in a healthy relationship. And it's kind of pettiness too. You know what I'm saying? It's rather petty. I think it's people who are still lingering and holding on to previous situations or regret, and they're trying to make the next person pay for it. Because like, why are you gonna get into a situation with somebody where you can't be cooperative or you can't show up for that person in a particular type of way, right? I can't even imagine, you trying to waste your time on somebody that you got to tell them to call you. You got to tell them and remind them to, be present once in a while. And in doing that, if they're pushing back, about you being controlling and stuff like that, it's because they still haven't detached themselves from whatever had previously hurt them. You know what I'm saying? The majority of the people out here who are in this, like either on dating apps or in or in certain social circles or just going out and having, a lot of those people are fucked. A lot of those people are fucked. They haven't really, addressed a lot of their issues. They haven't addressed a lot of their issues and their insecurities with their previous relationship. And then they get into something to prove something to that person that they got one up on them. And in reality, they're just going through this vicious cycle. So, yeah, I mean, it's always cooperation, over competition. Because if you're in competition, with your partner, and it's not even the competition to make each other better. Like, they cook for me, I'm going to do this for them. Or they bought me this, I'm going to do this. You're trying to one up on each other and make the relationship better rather than tear it down. How you?
Go ahead, Trev.
Um, yeah, I don't understand how people could even date like that, man. Like it's so much that we're putting into it, like just having to do the games and everything. Like I don't understand that, man. I mean, I realize that that's what a lot of these women are doing. It's a lot of men are doing. There's like strategies and all that, but it's like I would do my damnedest to avoid those types of people, man. Why can't I just like really talk to you like a person, see if I really mess with you? Like why we got to be tit for tat and playing the games and strategizing? That's so crazy to me. What anybody, if I'm trying to smash, I dig it. That makes perfect sense because it's a game then. But somebody that I'm actually pursuing for real, that I'm really would like a long-term relationship with, why do I need to strategize? How toxic is that? Why do I need to strategize? If I can't really just talk to you and understand what type of person you are, look at your background, look what type of family you came from, ask the right questions. And that part doesn't really take that long. It's not game and all of that. Like if you're trying to get with somebody for long term, I don't feel like game is the way. Like, of course, you always gonna be on your purpose, you on your game, but you're not playing games in a long term relationship. It doesn't make any sense to do that. That only makes sense when you're trying to hit and run. That's perfect sense because that's a game. That's different. It's a flyby. I get it, but I can't see myself ever trying to talk to somebody that I could see spending the rest of my life with, and I can't just be myself and be how I am. You're going to have to take me as I am. You're going to have to appreciate me for what it is that I do as a man, because I already know what I bring to the table, right? I'm a serious dude, and I'm going to make sure I'm on point. I'm not going to play with you, and you're not going to play with me if that's the direction that we're going.
Okay. Sean Antonio, what are your thoughts about it, sir?
Man, I think everything they said is on point. The only tricky part of it is sometimes some people need validation, which I definitely get. Some people want reassurance. But I think sometimes those can kind of look like, I think sometimes insecurity can look like the need for validation or reassurance. And when I was listening to her talk, it came to mind, like, is that a need for insecurity, you know what I'm saying, with some of the things she was talking about? Or is it just, she's saying, if you can't be there for your person and this and that and this and that, sometimes people have these questions and these requirements, and it's all just veiled insecurity. So I guess that's the part I struggle with what she was saying.
All right. Go ahead, Hank.
Well, listen to what she was saying. I don't know, man. She sound like, if the guy is an asshole, he's an asshole. Don't be with him. But if a woman's not respecting your wishes of what you have to say, you need to let her be. Yeah, you don't even need to go any further with that situation. If she doesn't respect, like you said, like the example she gave was posting those type of pitch or questionable pitch or inappropriate pitch, you can't respect me enough to at least have the conversation about it and then come to some type of understanding. Yeah, that's a real big red flag for me.
All right, Stanza.
If your lady or somebody you're interested in is active on social media, I would cut and run right now. If she's heavy on Instagram, get up out of there. If she's heavy on Snapchat, get up out of there. If she's constantly taking flights, get up out of there. Like, it's pretty simple in 2023. Social media is running this shit. So if she's hella active on, I'm not talking about just posting once in a while, but she's hella active on there like every day, get up out of there, man, for real. She ain't focused on, having a serious relationship. She's just basically picking the best suitor at that point.